Hello, everybody. The customer behavior has evolved markedly post-pandemic. From wanting budget-friendly products, the focus has shifted to quality and sustainability as consumers rally in their quest to be positive, impactful, and experiential. We are delighted to have with us today Mohammed Al Dossary, the Senior Vice President and Head of Customer Experience at Riyad Bank. Welcome, Mohammed.
Welcome. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. And Mohammed, as you know, the trends that are challenging companies to innovate their pre-existing CX models and invest in the latest technologies to cater to this evolving customer need and want. With an amplified focus on CX post-pandemic, how have you prioritized the CX opportunities at your end?
Okay. At Riyad Bank, we strongly believe a great customer experience for our customer that will be a key to our future and growth and success. And we really, in Riyad Bank, we believe about customer-centric and customer experience. Innovation around the customer experience is the one of a few ways that majority of the competitors or company do today to stay ahead of the competitors and the needs of the customer today. So in that race, we are invest heavily on digital along with the physical one, but post the pandemic we learn a lot from customers, and especially those who are struggling at the lockdown. There is no branches. The technology that time is not end-to-end technology. Then we realized, we understand from customer voice, from business voice, what's the most important area that we can invest in, especially in the digital, to not being in the position of during the pandemic. Okay, that time I remember we asked an exceptional permissions from the central bank to open 40 branches, because that time individual, they don't have a big issue that time, because see, when it's open an account, there is an open end-to-end online. When you do your daily transaction, there is a mobile app and online. But the most struggling we faced from the corporate side, and we are a little bit corporate bank, right? Then since that time, we put a plan for digitalizing the corporate arena or corporate area, being able as a customer, as a corporate customer, to get letter of guarantee, letter of credit online. These daily things that related to the corporate. But even though we don't forget the individual people, especially when it's come to the product applying online. We're focusing today, we have credit card applying end-to-end online. We have a personal loan. We are working for the mortgage one, which is the most famous today product, because the 2030 vision is to reach the to 70% of Saudis has their own house. And there is a subsidiary, financial subsidiaries from the government, which has helped us a lot to fulfill this needs. This is in generic, but we understand from the customers their attitude after the pandemic, their behavior. It's a big change today. People, they are even customers, not only the bank or the business voice is looking for digitalizing all services and product, even customer looking for these options. And when we say that option, that shouldn't be force customer to go to digital. It's a migration, a plan, but you should keep all the option for the customers. Through contact center or online or visiting a branch. That's strategy will help you later on in future if there is any other pandemics or needs to use that digital art.
Definitely. And I think some of the points you touched upon over there, Mohammed, which is all the way from, looking at different services that you provide, whether it's credit cards, whether it's mortgages, but the full, end-to-end digitization is what's making the complete difference in today's day and age. And therefore, when we look at this new technology-driven model that we are all aspiring for within different organizations, the CX model does require significant investment and obviously an internal alignment. And we've often seen that where the CX leaders and the top management are inspirational, are actually breaking the barriers to deliver great CX. How have you led this change within Riyad Bank to ensure that the CX function is part of boardroom discussions and that you have alignment with the top management constantly?
Excellent. We have a customer focus committee that's held by the CEO, led by the CEO, and that is as frequent as a monthly. And on this committee, we just speak about customer, what's customer needs, what's customer want, what's customer behavior today. Okay, and today we see a very specific needs for the customers when it's come to fintech technology. And the wallets, when it's come to a specific, let's say, trade platform, it's a part of corporate, but they have a niche needs there. Okay. Then we focus with the transformation office. We have a transformation office. We work in parallel with the transformation office and the other stakeholders to come up with this new technology and building this new technology, helping our customer to fulfill their needs or the niche needs. Today, for example, we're building micro and SMEs platform that dedicated for them. It's a segment of corporate, but they have a special needs, and they need a specific platform to fulfill their needs. Then we are working in this with the biggest, firms like McKinsey and Deloitte and so. Then we see other needs for youth, for individual youth. And youth is the future, okay, for any bank. We come up with a wallet for them. It's a fintech wallet. That wallet is like, let's say, give an example like Live, STC Pay, that tap and pay and transfer money, buying from the store coins, top up charges, their life, those, they have specific needs, PlayStation cards and so. Then we fulfill that needs for those segments, which is 70%, they equal to 70% of the populations. Then I think all banks, previous to the pandemic, they didn't focus on those youth previously. And today we come up with that wallet. We come up also with the token, kids app token, which is an app that educate the children how they saving money, how they using money. Because see, saving also, it's one of the pain of this country when it's come to, again, the 2030 visions. From the G20, we are the lowest country from the G20 in saving. Not only Saudis, even the residents here. This culture need to be enhanced, need to educate, raise the education and awareness for the kids. Then they start from the beginning. They understand how they save, how they use the money, and so. It will take them a long relationship. Since he kids, then he become a student, he with us. He have that student account. Then he become, first time employee and connect to the bank.
That's amazing. It looks like you've really thought through that entire journey for the millennial and the youth within Saudi.
Yeah.
You've addressed it back to the societal needs as well, which is quite inspiring. And again, when we look at what cultivates the CX culture within an organization, it does seem that you've got that really well established. What would you say has been the improvement, in creating that additional culture to delivering personalization at scale? So I know that you've already referenced what you've done for the youth, but could you share with our audience a few, examples of how you've tried to personalize a lot of these products and services for your consumers?
Uh, could you repeat it again, please?
Sure. I mean, just like you mentioned that for the youth, you've obviously taken a lot of understanding of what the needs are, and you've come up with these products that are so closely aligned, to what their requirements are and how they can shape the future youth in their, behaviorisms once they become employees and they lead on in life. Similarly, for some other, customer personas, it could be, for example, the women, or it could be maybe the aging population. Are there any other cultural, journeys that you've taken to address the particular needs when going through the CX journey?
Exactly. Usually, we start with customer focus group. We always connect all the time with our customer, listen to them. Then, if we see a needs, and that's a group of needs, and we see a trend in the market, we bring customer in. We do a focus group with the customers and see how we test that. How is that accepted by customers? Okay. And if there is high rate or high percentage of the acceptance, then either we kill this or we go further for this concept. And always we come up with a concept like kids app, like the youth one, MSMEs. All this is coming from from what's the trend and studies, research studies that showing the best practice globally, and what our customer needs. Sometimes customer, they don't think about some needs, but you should be proactive, like sharing the pill. Okay, today in our app, in one click, you have a pill or invoice from restaurants with 100 or 1,000 riyal. You can divide it to 5 people, and everyone is paying 200 or so, huh? And that is but one by click. That needs coming. We listen from customer that when we go, there is no that American style to sharing the pill. Then it's not about, when we talk today about the innovation, it's not about a financial. It's not about a banking transaction only. It's a lifestyle. Okay. How we help as a financial provider those customers to fulfill their needs even beyond money. For example, I can liquid you or finance you to get a car, but in the way around, I can innovate in my platform. You see that all cars there with the picture, price, and you can test and you can do the full journey through the online. This is the next step. It's not about just giving money and getting repayment.
Totally. It's really interesting the way you've actually listened to, the needs of the audience and then crafted your entire products around that. Because the voice of customer is increasingly very important in customizing these products and services. And it helps to build the loyalty and retention as well. How have you prioritized, the retention and the loyalty within your customers? Could you give us some examples of that, Mohammed, please?
Sure. I'll give you about retention and acquisition. This is today, retention and acquisition is not anymore business matrix. It's a CX matrix. We adapt it as a CX matrix, because if you are good in acquisition but you are bad in retention, the cost will be high for you. Okay, then we monitor the acquisition and retention in the bank and understand, and we benchmark ourselves based on the market and local and the global. And for example, we see a high attrition last time from credit card holders. There is a high cancellation of credit card. There is a high attrition of credit card. Then we talk to those customers. We are looking to understand why they have a high cancellation of the card, and we're surprised by the results that bank ask them to cancel that card if they want to maximize their personal loan amount, which is, like someone who's shoot his foot, right?
Yeah.
Then we talk to the business, the owner of products, and we try to understand why is that happen and how we can maintain the both. We maximize the personal loan and maintain the card because it's a loss for me. Then we come up with that matrix with the risk people and product, how that can be, satisfy our customers. This is what an example. Another example, we see some people, they reduction their balance by 50%, or their life cycle with us. And we see some people, they closing their account and transfer their salary to other bank, and we talk to them and listen to them why. Some of them, they are price oriented.
Yeah.
Some of them, and those people, we even looking to them very carefully, and we benchmark our price against competitors, but we are most looking to do the corrective actions with those having incidents or they're not satisfied of providing the services with their expectation and standards.
No, definitely, Mohammed. And I guess that's what makes, the whole CX experience human-centric, as we call it nowadays. Thank you so much, Mohammed. It's been a pleasure having you today, and we look forward to having you at the CX Live show in May. You take care till then.